So I appreciate you all coming right back with me. Boy, TikTok is always fixing something but the problem. But the problem. I guess they say they gave me 5 minutes to fix it and I didn't. One of the other reasons why this is particularly painful is because he has an adult son with another neo soul artist named Angie Stone, who was unalived in a car accident a few months ago. Yeah, I know Jordan is on. She was on for a while. She got off, came back at 12:30 and has been on since. Oh, TikTok tells me to encourage you all to share the live. I'm going to say like the live until you feel the heart's tale and take a break until I change the next photo. And when I change to the next photo, continue to do that until the end of the live. You can take a break in between. If you want to keep tapping, please be my guest. And the only other thing I ask is that you join the team by hitting the Daily Heart Me, if you feel so inclined. If not, if you're new, stick around. And if you like what you hear, hit the Daily Heart Me. So, this morning, we are going to talk about Skylin, Black Mamba, Medina, Stud Soldier, Tim Nash, Crawford Land, and not because he's done anything in particular other than I went through his account and I found some more garbage. Josh and Ida, and again, not because they begged, but I feel like they are pre-begging. I'll explain. Moni or Montavia, and then Maggie Foster. So that is today's lineup. Who do I want to start with? Oh, and one other thing. I have had some ideas that I wanted to add to the live for a while. And one of them happened like, good morning. Thank you, Granny Annie. I knew that was you. Thank you for my flowers in the morning. I appreciate it. So, like I said, I wanted to add a couple of things to the live, and by sheer coincidence, some things happened that encouraged me to go forward with one of them. So I will have it for you today. I'm going to start with Josh and Ida because I believe that they are in... Good morning, good morning, good morning. I appreciate everybody coming back. Okay, Sweet Sassy, let me write it down. I went through a lot of messages from yesterday. Well, Stud Soldier, Josh, stick around. Hold on. Let me write it down. Okay, so Josh and Ida. I feel like they're in a pre-beg phase because yesterday, what mod is in here? I don't know. Any mods in here? There's Sherry. There's Erica. They here. They are here. Appreciate you. So, I say they're in the pre-beg phase because yesterday he I shouldn't say he, they went on the longest rant about what we do. And it felt like it came out of nowhere. Like, what are you upset about? And then they try to wrap us in to teasing children who have autism, teasing children who have birth defects, coming after people for what they look like, who they are as individuals. Sir, you can talk about bullying in general. Luna Louise, I agree. But he tried to wrap us all under the same blanket, in the same bag. And my problem with that is I have to talk about you individually. I can't lump you into what Maggie does, what J. Paul does. I have to speak about you and what you do individually. And everybody else can lump all of the people in anti-scam in one bag and say we all do it. If there is somebody doing that, in my opinion, they need to get excommunicated from the group. Let them be off by themselves doing their thing and not applauded by the group. But I have never seen anybody tease children that was serious about anti-scam. In fact, I don't remember seeing anybody tease children about anything in any live I've been in. Good morning. Good morning. So to wrap us all like under this false blanket, are there people on here who do that? Of course. Because TikTok is a subculture of the culture. And so whatever is happening in the culture is happening on TikTok. And TikTok is an international social media platform. So that the norms that we may have in this culture may be different in another culture, and they find it acceptable. Good morning. Thank you. So why would you lump us all together and have your chat all upset? And again, he kept saying awareness and autism, awareness and teasing children, awareness and bullying, awareness and such and such. And then he would add these other things in to lead his audience into believing that that is what we do. Good morning, Private Detective. Good morning to everybody. That's not fair. But when you're a scammer, you don't worry about playing fair. You worry about being able to get to your next ask. And I agree, nobody should post pictures of children. We shouldn't dox. The children are innocent. I made that mistake one time and haven't made it since. And initially, I felt like if you show them, what's the problem with me showing them? But they are innocent. And they are oftentimes used as pawns. But in Josh and Ida's case, they make a huge effort not to have their children on TikTok. So we already get a bad rap. Let's not add to it by doing things that we know are beyond the pale. Right, Jay. I got all the prayers in the world, but you aren't getting any money out of my wallet. And again, I can agree with you that your children shouldn't be shown, bullying shouldn't be happening, being mean shouldn't be happening. I don't need to be mean to tell the truth. Because when you're standing on the side of the truth, you can always be calm. Now, can somebody get under my skin? 100%. But when you get mad and flustered and all of that stuff, why if you standing on the side of the truth? Right, Alley Cat. The truth speaks for itself. And again, if he was just mad about somebody posting his kids, why didn't he leave it at that? Why did he make it about all of anti-scam and then try to make it sound like we tease people because they're autistic? When? Find me the video. And he was like, you come after people because they need help. No, we don't. If I see somebody for the first time, unless it is obviously a scam, I can obviously tell that they're trying to take advantage of people. I don't say anything. Because there are people who may have just fallen into a situation and they do honestly need a little help. You, on the other hand, make life decisions and then say to the chat, you need to fix it. You make life decisions and lie about what you need and what you don't need and the circumstances to get money out of people. You promise to show proof and then don't. Well, somebody told them and they reported my live. I'm not restarting again. It'll be what it is. Oh, okay. It's getting me for static imagery. Hold on. Ooh. 1 second. There we go. Can you guys hear me? Okay, good. All right, I gotta make sure I stay in the camera. All right, I can't hold this the whole time. Wait a minute. Oh, thank you. So, it is what it is. I don't really care. So, and yes, I wear a bonnet. Yes, I do. All the time. Because it protects our hair. Anyway, your bonnet twins. Yeah, I wear a bonnet. It could be 12 o'clock in the afternoon. I have a bonnet on because, oh, thank you, Candy, because of my hair. I'm a natural girly. All right. I just got to make sure I stay in the camera. So, what are you going to tell people? Gonna do whenever I go over there and throw lions? You can't tell me shit. You can do whatever you want with your money under construction, right? Did that make you feel better to put that in the comments? You go over there and give whatever you would like. It's your money, it's not mine. I'm talking to the people who don't want to get taken advantage of. Oh yeah, I don't care. I have so many bonnets, but this one is the lighter one and it's still warm in Florida. But I have many, 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 many. Anyway, I don't care about that. I don't want to talk about me. So, I believe that these two are pre-begging. They're lining themselves up so that when it is time to beg, oh, okay, thank you. When it is time to beg, they will have already set up their static audience to believe that they need help and that somehow we're mean to them. Right, a soft launch. They didn't get all of it, Josh, but they got some of it. And the problem is that every time they face a crisis, they use TikTok as an ATM that is unlimited. Right, Chris W. There are legitimate people and places and things that require it, that could use it, that could help more than one person, and not somebody who says they quit their job so that they can pursue content creation. Do that. And if your content is good enough, people will reward you. You don't have to beg for it. Provide quality content. Their goal is to move over to YouTube because YouTube pays out better. That's why they do what they do. So this whole rant yesterday that I witnessed, the entire time I was like, here we go. They need something else. And they're starting to let people know so that anytime any of us may intervene, oh, that's excellent, True Love. that then they will get the opportunity to say, don't listen to them. I told you they are mean. They tease people about autism. They this, they that. I see you coming, sir. And she's standing in the background being the peanut gallery. And this and that and this. He literally had a nerve to be indignant. How? How do you get to be indignant? Oh, thank you, Granny Annie. Thank you for the October. I appreciate it. So be on the lookout. I know we haven't covered them in a while since they moved because they haven't asked. But is his social media career working out? I don't know. Has the mother moved in? I don't know. But they had a plan because mom moves in, they take care of mom and get paid for it, but they don't have to actually physically go anywhere because she's in the home. And then they also would have her social security check. Did all of that not work out? I don't know. I don't think they could have moved into mom's because they would need a bedroom, the girls would need a bedroom, and mom would need a bedroom. And I can't imagine mom having a 3-bedroom house at a minimum that could take them in because when berries exactly. Because when they were struggling, they could have just moved in there. Yeah, Erica, I wish it was free everywhere. It is not. And it's so bad that if the kid has a balance, they might not be able to eat. As if, like, I could understand families that can afford, they also have reduced lunch in most places, but I don't know about everywhere. Yep, St. Jude's is good. There are the Ronald McDonald houses are good. There's so many places to donate. And literally, if you like one of my passions is lions. There are agencies that work to prevent lions from being taken out of their natural habitat. Think of anything you're passionate about, and you'll probably find it. Good morning, Disturbed One. Welcome in, welcome in. Who's next? I heard somebody ask, who's Stud Soldier? Hold on, guys. I'm going to drink some coffee real quick. Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. Yep, you can't pin. That's okay. That's me. Because they started the whole static thing. That's awesome, Brittany. So we can't do the static thing anymore. So this was my plan for it, was to have my other account be the mouse and let my main account have the static photo. If it becomes too bad, I'll have to do it in reverse. Anyway, Stud Soldier. So, yeah, Sarah, I started watching her at about 5 o'clock this morning. Oh, thank you. So, Stud Soldier is another one that believes that TikTok is an ATM. Yeah, I caught her starting at 12:30. She might have been on before that, but I clocked it at 12:30. And then at 5 o'clock, she was still where she was. So, Stud Soldier, first of all, she started her TikTok career. Well, I shouldn't say she started her TikTok career, but she rose in people's minds because she said she was the stepsister to the Island Boys. What? And she's not. And even though she's not, and most people know now that she's not, that remains in her little blurb when you go into her live. Why? If everybody knows it's a lie. Facts, Harley. Like Harley, I'm sorry, Harley. When was that a flex? I didn't like them from the gate. And look at the two of them now. Why wouldn't you just take it out? Because then the question is, those boys were raised with a little bit of money. And if they were your stepsister, why they wouldn't help you out? And why don't you have their talent for the flair? If it was a flex, how come that hasn't benefited you in any way? Right? Ho, 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 ho. What? So I came on, I was introduced to her when she started asking for money to keep her wife, and the kids in a hotel room. Over time, I have learned additional things like, right, Brittany, like she has her sister's kids some of the time. Thank you, Candy. But then says they don't have insurance. If your sister is their parent, their only parent, why don't they have medical? Because she's in a, like, sister doesn't work. But then said she doesn't have custody, but when her insurance goes into effect, which was supposed to be October 1st, they would have coverage. They're babies. They're not adults. They're like they're little kids. I bet she did block you. So she claims to be a CO, a correctional officer in a prison. Now let's not forget, she called herself quitting that job to go work for like no, I shouldn't say to go work for. She wanted to start her own business in home renovations and buildings. So she quit her job as a CO to go do it. They worked for 2 weeks and then they were given, uh, false checks. False checks. So she needed money for the hotel. Then she claimed that what do you want to call it? That she didn't actually quit her job. Like the whole thing hadn't gone through. How? How? How did that happen? You quit, but you didn't really quit? Luna. So she has been asking for money in circumstances that don't even make sense. So you needed, she claimed that they took one of her sister's babies to the doctor with no insurance. And that the doctor said to get like an asthma pump because they were sick. And I was like, well, what medication did they prescribe? They didn't. They just said to get such and such. People gave her every option. So, of course, she didn't want anybody to send it from Amazon or have it delivered from Walmart because she didn't want anybody to know where she was. Okay, fair enough. But when you asked her anything that would make sense in the situation, it didn't. So then it was like, I am just going to use saline solution. Well, if that's all you're going to use, then you could get a cheaper one. You could get a cheaper one. No, she wanted one in particular. And when you showed her there was a cheaper one, she would be like, oh, I don't see that. Oh, oh okay. Then the next time I saw her, she was begging for money for her wife's birthday. A birthday is an annual event. You know it's coming. So if you need there to be something, prepare for it. Thank you for the heart, me guys. Jamie, after October 1st, the kids, including her sister's kids, were supposed to have insurance from her job. Oh, she forgot her wife's birthday? Be for real. Correct, Proud Fire Wife. That's what we were all saying. What do you mean? And then she said, oh, because they don't have insurance. That's why. So you forget your wife's birthday and you need TikTok to fix it. And then she had a nerve to say, my wife doesn't ask for anything. And I came to y'all and I said, every time a hotel room is paid, every time food is purchased, every time groceries are purchased, anytime anything happens in that household, you benefit. And she's like, every other wife, I don't need to come on and say thank you. I don't even need to show my face. Yes, a nebulizer. I'm sorry. You are correct, Andrea. Thank you. She said that she had the date. Well, she's down to only needing 20. She'll get it. She said she was going to call. I'm talking about Jordan Paul now. She said she was going to call and ask to come in late because if she doesn't get the money, she will have to be out in a car that doesn't start. My question is, if you work full time, you're not paying for the hotel room because you ask for it every day. Why haven't you covered the car? And if not, where's your money going? But that's for another day. So what do you mean your wife doesn't ask? Even if she's not the one in the camera, she is also the one benefiting. And then last night, she needed money. Hold on, let me get it correctly. Did I write it down? I usually write it down, but I might not have because I didn't even stay for very long. I believe it was for gas. Let's see. See, I took a photo. I know you guys can't see the comments. Give me just 1 second. Someone come through on 10 for some gas and food, please. I greatly appreciate it. For real, for real. Need to get to work. Just need gas. Please, no hate. And then that was the one of the CAs she was using. Again, you work full time? And then at one point she said, isn't it crazy? I'm more concerned about food than the gas. She claims she got it back, Christina. That she never actually her resignation didn't go through the entire system. Jamie, listen. I have had to start watching from the outside because when they say something stupid, it is very hard for me not to ask the obvious question. So I watch from the window so that even if I'm tempted, I cannot. It is hard to stay quiet when you know they are obviously lying. And this is the thing. In all of their cases, let's think about the hotel room. Of course, they can show proof that they actually used it for the hotel room because they're using their money for other things. So of course they can show proof. But the question is, what are they doing with the other money that they earn? When she says it's a car payment, of course she can show proof. Because she's been using her money to do something else. Make it make sense. Right. She's always outside talking to somebody else, smoking. Girl. And I don't think enough people have caught on to her, and we all need to catch on to her. That's okay, AP baby. Sometimes we need the rest. I tell you guys all the time, real life takes precedence over anything happening on TikTok, including my life. If you miss it, it'll be on YouTube. But these people have to get over expecting TikTok to cover their every expense. You know, it used to be if you didn't have the money, you didn't get it until you had the money. And I understand people wanting to celebrate birthdays on their birthday, but if you don't have the money, why can't you get a box cake, make it, and then be like, when we have the money, we'll do something else? That's how it used to be. Or layaway, whatever it is. Right, Andrea? We celebrate things when there's time and money. If those two things don't come together, we'll do it the weekend after. We'll do it the weekend before. I did not see about the Disney thing. Right, True Love. And in what's her name? How am I gonna forget her name? The TikTok Cody. So now you're getting ready to go all out and throw a sweet 16 birthday party for your 16-year-old. But guess what you're going to expect? You're going to expect people to give your children a good Christmas. Which one, Mama Bear? Who was? Look for Christina to beg today. I don't doubt it. Today is her last day at the thing, right? Yes, I did see that. She's like, my daughter wants to ask something, and then she put her daughter in the screen. Proud Fire Wife, I wish you a uneventful surgery and a swift recovery, my dear. For a cat bite, no. That's what happens when the kids don't behave. I actually got cat scratch disease once, and it took months to figure out what it was. They had me so nervous that they thought I had lymphoma. I had to have a biopsy of my lymph nodes under my arm, and it came back negative, thankfully, right? And so then I started doing my own research, and I was like, based on my symptoms, and of course I had a cat. Yes, it's a real thing. Cat scratch disease. And I went to my doctor at my next appointment, and I was like, could it be such and such? And she was like, I forgot you had a cat. Yes. Got prescribed antibiotics, and it went away. Your son got it once? Oh, cat scratch fever. I called it cat scratch disease because that's what it was in my head. Oh my goodness. I was literally walking around with my arms up because the pain in my underarms I actually went to the ER when it first happened, and she was like, "You're swollen." It was bad. It was so bad. So I wish you a very uneventful surgery. And what I mean by that is that everything goes so smoothly. It was uneventful. Yeah, it's a real thing, y'all. I don't make stuff up to make it sound good. Wow. Vivid River, it's okay. It usually comes from, yeah, a scratch, sometimes a bite. Oh, they will. So you guys, give her a little attention. The stud soldier, the S is actually a dollar sign. I always mess that up. Even when I'm writing it down, I mess it up. Oh, she didn't mean to come up. That's okay. Correct, Andrea. No, it's not for the A, it's for the S. It's dollar sign TUD, dollar sign OULJA. All right. Who's next? Let's talk Black Mamba. Hold on, I want some coffee. So, he is one of the meanest, rudest, out of control beggars on TikTok that I've seen. Lady Days, he irritates the people who actually like him. He's outrageous with it. Yes, please tap, tap, tap. I've changed the photo. That's all I ask, is that you feel the heart's tail until you finish, and then you can take a break. He is incredibly rude. So the other night, he needed to get back and forth to work. Now, I'm happy that he's working. Brittany, he is. Because the entitlement and then the anger when he doesn't get it is crazy. Aces, they're probably running neck and neck. In part, and why I say that is because even people who have helped him in the past, he'll be like, if you're not helping me now, get out. Like, what? Again, that whole attitude that people are always supposed to have money available to give you is crazy to me, especially in this economy. Yeah, he is shy, just shy of saying send in. So there was someone who was has helped him in the past and was trying to figure out, okay, you need a ride to work. Instead of me just sending you cash, and maybe she got tired of it, maybe she got concerned that he was using it for other means. She was like, let me give you a prepaid card that you could put, good morning. Yeah, I saw that. Yep, I saw that. Tamara, did you mean to come up? Oh, aces. It's a lot. So she was trying to figure out, let me give him a prepaid card. He can use it for Uber and get back and forth to work and never have to worry about it. No problem, Tamara. Tomorrow, I'm not sure which way you say it. So then he got indignant because they don't allow prepaid cards, and was like, why all of a sudden aren't you trusting me? Why can't you just send me the money? Blah, blah, blah. What? And I mean, enraged. And people were like, she's just trying to help you. No, she's not. Because she knows that I just need the money and blah, blah, blah. And I can't use that card and she knows it. Why doesn't she just send me the money? This, that, and the third. If you work, why can't you afford your there way there and back? And guess what? People have walked miles to get to work every day. No problem, baby. What I say, real life comes first. I'm just asking people to tap, tap, tap when I change the photo. If you can't for some reason, or you don't want to for some reason, guess what? There's another 200 people in here who will. Right, chill. People do it all the time. But not these precious beggars. Asia did the same thing the other day. She often wants money to and from work. But that's not the only thing. They ask for other things. Right, Berries? If he was like, I want to get a bike, I could at least respect that. Yay, thank you, Amy. I never even really look up there. I mean, not Amy. Love Rules. Thank you for letting me know. If you haven't watched him before, do yourself a favor and watch him. Watch him. You will be as outraged as I am. Because he doesn't care if you've helped him in the past. He doesn't care if you sent him money yesterday. If you're not sending it today, it's a problem. Thank you, Chill. Oh, he still cries, Princess. He's still a big baby. He does. He has a problem, for sure. He needs to get his act together and stop taking it out on people who are kind to him. Because that can stop. That can stop quickly. He often gets money for drink. And he'll get money for drinking food and drink so much that he can't even finish the food and he throws it away. If he was kind, he might be able to get a ride with somebody else that works there. But he feels entitled. He feels like he's the best thing since sliced bread. And so do for me the way I want you to do. Treat me the way that I want to be treated, but I'll decide if I want to give you the same respect. It's ridiculous. Tomorrow, do you want to come up? Or was it a mistake? It is. He is home when he's eating it. He is home at the hotel on live eating the food and throws it away after people have paid for him to get it. Good morning. Oh, okay. I'll drop you. Remember to like the person in the magnifying glass, not me at the bottom. Right, Erica? I agree. It absolutely is hard. 110%. But it's like they haven't learned to not live like there's unlimited funds. I don't throw out food. It takes me so long to throw out food. It's literally like, okay, it's a science experiment now. Or it's expired, girl. It can go. Right, princess? And what's crazy is they will say in their live, everybody is struggling and yet still expect money from other people. Good morning. Right. Let's go to somebody else that I find to be absolutely ridiculous. Moni Moni. Montavia. You can go back to sleep, buddy. They heard you. They know you're here. She's asleep. You go to sleep. Oh, well, he jumped down. So, they said, good morning, White Sox. He's like, I'm eating right now. I'm sorry. I can't mess with y'all. Right, Miss Coffee. And she's going to use that to keep asking. And it's going to get more and more. So this is my problem with Montavia. You had one baby. You had two babies. And then you got pregnant a third time. Could you afford a third baby? And then what she says is she left the DV situation. So you had another baby with somebody that was beating your tail? But now you expect other people to buy the baby things because you can't afford it. You used to work at Walmart. And I'm only saying that because she did a video where she was working in Walmart in 2023. There was a time that she was being responsible for herself and her children. But now, 95% of the time, you're standing in the exact same spot. Of course, you have the baby in the video, even though they suggest that you don't do that. But for her, it's part of the scam. It's part of getting people to feel sorry for her. Now, the older two, not so much. But this baby, all the time. She is rude because unless you're talking to her about getting money, she doesn't want to hear it. Barry, she's no longer there. She doesn't work. Why should she? She'll be like, I'm out and I want to get food while I'm out. So can y'all send the money? Imagine if every person every day gave to the scammers. For one, we'd have a million more. But for two, at some point, your wallet becomes empty. And then the question is, who is going to put money back in our pocket? Good morning, little bit. I saw your message, so I'm gonna do him next while you're here. What when my wallet is empty because I've been giving it out, who's gonna put money in my wallet? Or I'm gonna have to be here and doing the same thing you're doing because I gave all my money away. And this is what's crazy. If I did, let's say I gave her every dime I had, and then I got in her live and said, I felt so bad for you and your kids. I gave you every dime I had, and now I'm broke. She would be like, you better go back to your live and beg. You're not begging in my live. So, girl, and I believe she's in a shelter or a DV shelter for women with children. I'm not exactly sure. Good morning, Trolla. But there's something, and it's ridiculous. I need for you to get back on the path of taking care of your own children. Because guess what? I bet you there better not be a fourth. But if she keeps getting everything taken care of, oh Lord, your buddy is back. You can't get on this side. She begs for everything. It's ridiculous. Now you can't tell me you don't have food stamps and WIC, ma'am. Yes, the lion is me. I'm the lion. Because they have started the new restrictions. if you are static. He's coming, y'all. Y'all might hear some purring. Cowboy, they would rather stop me from doing a presentation, preventing people from being taken advantage of, rather than deal with the beggars. Somebody that I love and care about doesn't like the gingerbread. It does. Let me see. There we go. I didn't see it the first time. Ooh, why is this phone so hot? No! Sorry. Hey, October. Thank you. Thank you, Trolla. All right. Jillian, did you want to come up? All right. Next. Little bit. Do you want to come up before I even get started? I know. Good morning.
Good morning, Dee Dee. Good morning, everyone. Okay, so before I get on Tim Nash, what I wanted to say about him real quick, just one other thing. I don't know if you heard it or not. Dave got arrested again last night.
Which one? Dave Kellums?
Becky's Dave.
Oh, yes. I was there for that. Yes, he did.
Yeah.
And then she tried to blame the chat. Well, let's talk about that for a second. So Becky, and I wrote this down. Becky's husband had another 6 pack of beer. Nobody bought him the beer. Nobody forced him to drink it. He then, of course, got belligerent because he was drunk. And I don't know if she's doing it for safety or what, but she will let the live continue to play. And he got more and more aggressive and lunged at her. And the people who care about her called the police on him. The police showed up and arrested him again a second time for being inebriated. And so then she said thank you to the person, because the person who did it got right in the box and was like, I did it, I've lived this experience, and it is getting worse. She says he's never put his hands on her, but why is he so, like, on the edge of doing it now? So then she said, so then after it was all over and people are like, are you okay? What happened? Blah, blah, blah. She tried to say that he did it because he was trying to see what we would do. Girl, what?
He should have known what we would do after his last incident with his drinking and driving because I was the one that called last time.
Right. And then she was like, I'm worried about the bills. And my question is, how is him going to jail one night going to change his social security check?
Well, see,
Because
the
that's
thing
going to
about
come regardless.
Yeah, the thing about that will come, but the thing about that is that which is gonna, I don't know if it's gonna make it worse for her, but they've revoked that other bond that he had because he was on bond for his DUI that he got, and his bond has now been revoked, which means he's not going to have a bond to get out.
Right. But the check isn't going to change. Is the
No.
point I'm making. The check is still going to come into the household. Now, if I know anything, I know that Becky probably doesn't take care of any of the bills. He probably does it all, which is what her fear is, that if he's not there to do it. People offered her ideas about getting her son to school. She's like, he's just not going to go to school. And she's like, well, I hope he's out before he has to take his son to school. I doubt it because he's going to have to see a judge this time.
Exactly. He's going to have to see a judge, and that's not going to happen until at least probably 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock in the morning.
Correct.
And yeah, the only thing that she takes care of, what she has said multiple times, is the phone bill. That's the only thing she takes care of, is their cell phones.
And then
But
I can somebody tell me, I have never heard of lot fees in a trailer park changing every month, but I've learned more things. Is that true?
you haven't what? I'm sorry, my phone went off.
Oh, that the lot fees at where she lives changes every month. I have never heard of that before.
I've never heard of that.
Because why would they do that? People have to be able to budget. So what do you mean it changes that? Now I could see if they provided water and internet, right? So that the amount of water used changes every month. So then, but that's not like the lot fee. The lot fee would be the same. It's like your electric bill. If your rent is X, that doesn't change, but your electric bill might change based on usage.
Yeah, exactly.
Or purple or grass mowing. I could understand that. But that would be during the summer. You would know that it was coming. She said the lot fee changes every single month.
That's weird. I've never heard of that.
That could be what her husband has told her though.
Possibly. Yeah. So the thing that I wanted to tell you real quick about Tim Nash, I don't know if anybody has noticed this before or not. I don't even know if you have, if you know or not. But I was doing some little digging on him the other day, yesterday, and I found out something kind of interesting. So he claims that his cancer is, let's see if I can pronounce it. It's
Metastasized?
leiomyosarcoma
Oh yeah.
is, by I believe, what he says he has. That's what he's claiming he has now.
Right.
So I don't know if anybody knows this or not, but he apparently has two stage 4 cancers that he's dealing with.
Correct.
The squamous cell carcinoma. He supposedly had, when he first started this, when he was in a video talking about that he was a veteran and all of this mess, and he was dealing with cancer. He said the cancer he was dealing with was squamous cell carcinoma.
Correct.
But now it's the leiomyosarcoma.
Yep. We saw the video. I think I saw it more than once.
Yeah, I found that kind of interesting. I was like, wait a minute, when did it change? So not only has he come back or made it through two stage 4 cancers, but he also had a leg amputated that came back.
Right. It grew
and
back.
all other, I mean, come on. I found that interesting though. I was like, wait a minute, I've never heard that before. I've never heard anybody say anything about his other, quote unquote, other cancer that he had.
Because we know it was all a lie. Right, Roro. It's all a lie. Child, listen, if he had a procedure done on his knee leg, and it was able to heal from having a maxi pad turned backwards.
Oh my
He is
God.
the second Jesus, because what?
A maxi pad on his leg. Oh my God. That ooh.
He claims, I think he claims he was born with the seizures. Praise be for fact. Child, we getting there. Let's not tease about it, because we are getting there. If
Oh
people
my
get allowed
God.
to do what they want to do, we are going to be in red coats. Well, I always said that I would be working at the brothel. My niece is like, no, you wouldn't. Because I can't cook, so I wouldn't be a Martha. Can't have kids because I had to have a hysterectomy, so I can't be a handmaid. And so she's
Mm-hmm.
like, well, no, you would work in the mines. Nope, I'd rather be in the brothel. Thank you.
Oh my God. But that was the little bit of info that I wanted to pass on to y'all. Um,
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm just going to head and drop down. I'm still going to be in the chat, but I'm going to go ahead and drop down for you.
Okay, thank you, little bit. I
Thank
appreciate it.
you. Love you.
Love you too. Lazy days, that is equally as important that the money is slowing down. And he too is getting a little bit more aggressive. So let's go back. A couple of nights ago, there was the live with Miss May. I had many feelings about it. And she said that I didn't like her either way. And I put in the comments, it's not about not liking you. It is about the fact that I feel like you're playing in our face. How many of us have had a conversation with her about what was really going on? Silence. Because it's been more than five of us. And she got in that live last night, and her only concern was her being doxxed. She tried to say she didn't dox Senior, but who else would? And let's remember, she believed that it was Senior who doxed her. So if you believe somebody doxed you and then that person gets doxed, either you did it or a friend did it. But she didn't address that part at all. She just wanted us to know that she was doxxed and she didn't think it was fair. Now, I don't believe in any of them getting doxxed. I don't believe in bringing her husband into it, even though, in my opinion, she brought her husband into it. Like, one of the reasons why I don't need to go real life is because these people do enough on this app that going real life doesn't become necessary. What they do on this app or in any other social media app is bad enough. So to acknowledge one and not the other, I wasn't feeling it. But the second reason why I wasn't feeling it is because even in the midst of being told it wasn't who she thought it was, that it was members that we don't associate with, that it's not all of us, right? But that you are supporting someone who is taking advantage of other people and you know it. Her solution was, well, I'll unmod myself. Well, okay, that's a great first step. But then in the end, what did she say? I'm still going to watch. So yet again, you had another, 3-hour live that focused on clearing things up for you and showing you that you can be a part of this community. Like, we're not the mean people that you think we are. Are there people who are on the edges of what we do and they don't have any couth about how they do what they do? Yes. But again, that is in every culture. There is someone that toes the line just outside of it so that they don't have to be bound by the norms of what happens, the norms of what's expected. But you can't lump everybody together when that happens. Go ahead, Mary Ellen. And in the end, she said, I'm still going to watch. So that no matter what she's still going to do what she wants to do. And as long as she does, I still think you're playing in our face. And if I see you running around, okay, I don't know anything about that. Correct the other mother. And now we're seeing you in other scammers' chats, chatting it up with them. You're still an enabler, whether you're a mod or not. Good morning. And as long as that is who you are, I'm going to remain feeling the same. This isn't about you as a person. You could be a lovely person. You are still enabling scammers. You are still making them seem credible. And if this was just about the fact that you had a connection with Tim in particular because of your history, why are you hanging around in other scammers' lives? If this was just about Tim in particular. Good morning, all for one. But guess who started going live now? Miss May. And you want to know what disappointed me the most? Is that there were people in our community who were like, I feel so bad for you. I'm going to follow you. For what? What are you following her for? So she could play in your face too? She's everywhere because she's trying to build a community so that she could start going live and start having the attention be about her. So she's in our lives, picking up followers. She goes over there to the scammers, picks up followers. And now what? Are we supposed to all come to her live and have a kumbaya moment? Y'all know I keep it a buck. I call balls and strikes. If I like something, I will say so. If I don't, I will say so. So this whole thing about, and she did apologize. Let me put that out there because she had made a rude comment to me and I was like, what is that for? And she did apologize. And I accept her apology wholeheartedly. If you think that someone is on the attack of you, of course your defenses are going to be up. This isn't about attacking her as a person. I am not saying that she isn't a good person in real life. But her TikTok pattern has led me to believe that you don't care where the attention comes from as long as you get it. It has nothing to do with your marriage, what you do in your personal life, whether you go to church or not. Like, none of that matters to me. I can't say whether you're in a good relationship, bad relationship, whether you and your husband are doing well. Like, that doesn't matter to me. That's not what I do. Good morning and thank you. Yes, we're talking about Miss May. So as long as your goal is to continue to be in scammers' lives, and even if it's tacit interaction. What I mean by that is, even if it's just like a hello, how are you? That helps enable. When people look at who you follow, where you sit, they're going to feel like you are connected to the scammer and not the other way around. So if you want to continue to do that, don't sit with us. Don't watch what we're doing, because we already know that you have told scammers some of our accounts to block. So I'm supposed to think somehow that you're on quote unquote our side? You see it the way we do? Correct, Spot. It absolutely is enabling. Cindy, perfect word. It is giving legitimacy to them. But again, that is her choice. She is 100% allowed to do it. That's not like, I'm not telling her what she can and can't do, but I can't tell her what to do, and she can't tell me how to react to it. That's how that works. Do whatever you want. It's funny because I was gonna, and I probably still will create a slide, but it is like no matter your decision, there are consequences. Some of those consequences are good, and some of those consequences are bad. If you end up with a good consequence, consider it a win. If you end up with a bad consequence, consider it a lesson. And if she doesn't want to listen, if she doesn't want to learn, guess what? She'll be in a cyclical continuation. She'll go support Tim and Angela, and guess what? We're going to call it out. And then she'll be upset. Why are people being mean to me? We're not. But let's talk about Tim, because again, she's such a good friend, but she gave us info like he's living at the tent with the girlfriend. So is that why it has intensified, because you're now feeding two and not one? Or, and when I say feed, food or the other thing that they partake in. Because there's no way you are laying next to him while he partakes in that and you're cool with it. Why would you agree to live in a tent? Where were you before the tent? Right, Sparkles. Jamie, sometimes that has to be the win when we accept that it's taking longer and longer, and it's harder and harder for them to get money, especially when we know it's being used for rugs. How many times has he told us that he's applied for Medicaid and couldn't get it because he was working, but then never talks about it when he's not working? How long does it take somebody with stage 4 cancer that has had it as long as he has take so long to get Social Security? He's had a lawyer for how long? And then the thing with his finger, what's taking that so long? Right, Crystal. There's always a. Let's not forget when he was supposed to make $1,000, it burned up in a tent that random teenagers walking through the woods did, who also randomly walking through the woods had hot coffee and threw it on his head. And you can mod through that? Oh, I'm so sorry. Call me Nana, but I'm happy she got it. Right. The coffee gang kids. For fact. And obviously, with the video that got put out that we've all watched, this isn't his first rodeo. This isn't his. He was very happy to sit out there and lie about being a soldier. And this is what's funny. When you question them about this, it'll be like that was a long time ago. When people got into his box and were like, what about this? What about that? You know what he did? Instead of saying that was me in the past and I made a mistake, he ended the live and came back with comments off. Gotta go, I'm late. I love that name, by the way. I don't even think that he likes this life. He's an addict. And at the end of the day, addicts only think about their next fix, especially when they don't have any other responsibility. It's about the next fix. It's not about eating. It's not about hygiene. I want to know how every once in a while he has a perfect edge up for his beard and his hair. I mean, perfect. Right, Dub. Like, sir, go live a life and come back and say this is what I've learned in life. I don't believe it. But when you have to come back with the comments off because you're afraid that the comments will dissuade people from giving you money, because instead of answering for it, you want to ignore it. And but what I will say is this. This was the one glorious thing. He didn't have a single mom. Thank you, Nana. He didn't have a single mom. Don't worry, I'm here for people because a lot of people have come in. Let me show you the grid for today. So Skyland Black Mamba we've already done. Medina Stud Soldier who we've already done. Tim Nash who we're doing now. Crawford Land. Josh and Ida who we've already done. Montavia who we've already done. And Maggie. So don't worry, we're going to get to Maggie and her bag from yesterday as well. But he didn't have, no problem, Miss Coffee. He doesn't have a single response to his nonsense. We talked about Becky already. I'm sorry. Maybe if I have time I can talk about it again. I know that's right, Erica. She's followed a couple of my burners as well. Well, she unmodded herself, and he didn't have a single mod in his life. He had to do it himself. And then I had this sister go in there and be like, I could mod for you. I wrote her so fast. I was like, girl, do yourself a favor and stay far, far, far away. No, we have not talked about Crawford Land yet. Oh, Daisy May, again, you can come back as any account. We already know she has one burner, Hakuna Matata. Right, Daisy May. That's truly and honestly what I believe. But that's just my opinion. And I'm sure she's going to say that I'm wrong, and that's fine too. But like I said, you are allowed to do whatever you want within the legal realm on this app. And I'm allowed to have whatever response to it that I want to have. Simple as that. Mod recovery channel. Please don't give me any ideas with more work. Please don't. Please don't. Now, as I said earlier, I've been thinking about some additional things that I could do. And I told y'all that in the sub lives, we are the do good crew. And we are trying to add positive things for the community, right? Now, let me start here. Kind messages work. And what I mean by that is if you come across someone who is thinking about giving, talking about giving, asking to be a mod, going off on them, being a bully, asking them what are they thinking, we are assuming that they know what we know. And very few know what we know. They might know a thing or two, but they might believe that it's a lie or it's bullying. So being mean to them will only make them stick closer to the scammer and the scammer's chat, because now they feel like they're being treated like the scammer, even though they haven't done a single thing to scam. So the other day, no, not Sheena, sorry. The other day, I was in Medina's live, and Medina takes advantage of members of her culture a lot. A lot. And I came across one young lady who was thinking about giving, and I messaged her. This was the message. I said, Joanna, I see that you make beautiful products for your customers. I can appreciate that. What I don't appreciate is Megan taking advantage of people who are kind. You get up and work to support your family. Why doesn't Claudia and Megan? That should have been a question mark. This morning, she said she only needed $23 for the room. So how did it become 64? They had the room covered for an entire week. Why didn't they look for a job then? She has no desire to take care of herself like the rest of us. When you confirm what she says, it makes her seem credible when she is lying to people over and over. Keep your reputation for yourself, not someone on the internet that changes stories every time she gets online. I appreciate you for reading. Thank you, DDS. That was all. I mean, it was a lot, but I spoke to her. So she responded with, yes, I see it. And we continued to talk. And this beautiful young lady revealed to me that she is a single mother with a brain tumor. And she had given Medina money in the past. And that pissed me off even more. Because as I said to her, you could tell Medina that you have a brain tumor and that you still go to work 3 days a week. She wouldn't care. She would still ask, can you send me the money? And she understood. And she felt bad. I felt bad. So I went to her account and I realized she makes tumblers and pens and keychains. And I said, well, why don't I purchase? So I did. And that's when she revealed to like right before, I think I want to say before I purchased, she told me about the brain tumor. And it's on her account. So I'm not revealing anything she hasn't revealed. And then I thought, we as a crew can do some good as well. So why don't I share her story with the crew? Now, I made it very clear to her that I'm not promising that people are going to purchase. But then why don't we spend some time promoting people who are really doing well? So I came up with positive promos. It's where we see something that should be supported. Someone who could actually use the assistance and build them up. Even if it's a follow or a like or a comment, all of those things matter. And she thanked me for purchasing because she said it's been really slow. So let me show you a little bit. This is her page and her business card. Oop, nope. Where is it? These are some of the things that she offers. By the way, don't ask for that Dallas Cowboys cup. That's mine. Thank you, sweet sassy. I appreciate it. You guys are like me. Those are pens. That thing on the right is a keychain. This is her account. She only has 321 followers. Yeah, don't try for the Dallas Cowboys cup. That's already mine. And let's just show her some love. She could use it right now. You saw her the other night. Well, and again, I made it very clear to her. I'm not promising a single sale. And if you don't have it, don't purchase. Please. I'm not asking you to go broke for somebody else. But, right, go Cowboys Hutch for fact. Me and Mister have this disagreement. He is a Dolphins fan. And I love where it's going for the Dolphins. Go Commanders. Yuck. That's right. We're America's football team. But whatever. Let's show her some love. And by the way, I asked her for permission to do this. She said yes. Thank you. Thank you. She is a young lady that's been scammed by Medina, and she has a brain tumor. And for proof, if you go to her page, she put up the scan, and you can see exactly where her brain tumor is. And the idea that her, in her condition, as a single mother, felt like Medina needed it more than she did broke my heart. It broke my heart. Why does Sheena need it? I mean, not Sheena, I'm sorry. Why does Medina need it more than her? And again, if she came to Medina's page and said, guys, I'm ill, I'm a single mom, can you help me out? Medina would be like, okay, girl, but do that on your page. You're a hockey fan, Cindy Lou? Like what? And I know she has Venmo and Cash App. So, like I said, show her some love. Follow her if you want. If not, comment on one of her videos, share a video, whatever you can do. Save a video, whatever. But let's show her some love. Thank you. Thank you, Sandy. Who that? I know that's right. Now, we have one other, and this one broke my heart. So, this young man, and that's the account on TikTok, this young man loves to crochet. Right, yours truly. She doesn't give a damn about anybody. He's little, as you can see. And even though he's on his father's page, I chose to block it out because he's a minor. He gets teased at school because he likes to crochet. Right, Simpuki? Why does it matter if he's a boy or a girl? He's good at it. And his father did a video where he was in tears because the business is falling under. He can't get anybody's eyes on it. Well, when he made that video, so many people responded. But I want to show you his work. He made those coffee pot flowers completely from crocheting. And then he puts little lights in them so that it looks like an actual flower. Let me show you. That's with it on, that's with it off. Completely by crocheting. He has a YouTube channel and he has a website where you can order from. All of it is Dreams and Knots. He is so skilled at that young age. And he has made so many that he hasn't been able to move. So again, I'm not suggesting that you purchase in any way, but show the account some love. I feel like if we can talk about the people taking advantage of people on the app, why can't we do a moment of positivity as well? If there is somebody or something that you see that might need a little attention, a little help, let me know. Now, I'm not promising that I'm going to do it every time, all the time. I know I'll probably get 300 accounts immediately. But why not? Why not take a few minutes and highlight people who are actually doing something positive on this app? Right, they're $32 on the website. Good morning, Joanne. Did you mean to come up?
No, I'm sorry. Drop me down.
Okay, no problem, honey. Right, Mrs. Mandy. This is who we really support. Instead of worrying about giving a scammer $10. Mama Bear, do you want to come up? Because I keep putting people up and they didn't mean to. Erica, I've never heard of them. Anybody can come up. Okay, Mama Bear first.
You know what would be really cool, Dee Dee?
Mm.
Once a month, we take, a Monday, Wednesday, or Friday, whenever through the month, and do just one live, the full 3 hours of people that deserve to be followed.
I can't commit to
I
that, but
will.
that is a good idea. But I think that is a good idea. but I know that most people come for what I'm going to say about the scammers. And so if I do a full live just talking about positivity, how many people you think are going to show up?
Or maybe do it
I'd
like on a
rather.
Saturday night, just once a month. Do your normal Saturday, digital after dark, and then do another digital after dark for say like an hour and a half.
Mhm. I'll think about it.
Okay, just let me know. Hit me up.
Yeah,
I'm willing to help as much as I can.
I
I
know
do
you are,
work Monday
honey.
through Friday, so
Right, right, right. And I do dad once a month because I like to touch grass too. You know
right,
what I
right.
mean? Like adding another night, that would mean 2 Saturday nights, 4 Sunday nights, and then Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
I don't think any of us that are in the super fan club would care if you took a Sunday night or two off.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, thank you, Nick.
But I mean, it's just an idea.
Yeah, no, I like I said, I think it's a great idea. I need to think about it.
Okay,
That's
no
all.
problem.
I appreciate you though.
I appreciate you. All right, I'm gonna drop.
Okay, honey. And we could talk about more about it on Sunday.
Okay.
Good morning, Sapuki.
Good morning. I hope everyone's doing well. I know, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I know you've done awareness on Becky. I've watched Becky. I never say anything. Her family's abusive and they're
Correct.
predators. But
Correct.
last night, uh, I sit and watch that and I could have cried. I've lived that life. It's horrible.
It is.
He was so mean to her. I don't know who called the law, if it was somebody watching.
It
Uh,
was. It was somebody who likes her. I believe her name was Brittany, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay. Well, Jennifer,
And
she was on there talking to her,
oh, that was Jennifer.
Becky.
I'm sorry. You're
Yeah.
right. It was Jennifer.
Uh, but Jennifer hung in there with her, and but Becky made the statement that if he went to jail or anything, she can't afford to live on her own because she only draws like $100 a month. So, you know, I wonder if everybody could help her find
Wait,
resources.
wait. We talked about this, but I will talk about it again. For A, he's only in jail. His social security next month is gonna come.
Yeah,
Okay, that's A. B, if he were to go to jail, he would, I mean, go to prison or stay in jail for a certain amount of time.
yeah.
Social security check would stop.
Mm-hmm.
She could then call them and get the full amount herself.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to promote anybody who is racist and tries to take advantage of other people to fix their situation.
Yeah, I mean, I
And
understand that. I
and
do.
she then said that he did it to see what we would do, that it was our fault.
Yeah, he blames all of us for everything.
No. She did last night. She blamed us for what happened. We didn't buy the beer and we didn't pour it down his throat.
Exactly.
So for her to turn around and say that it was to see what we would do when she already knows what we would do because we're trying to
Exactly.
protect her, and
Yeah.
her response to that is it's your fault. We shouldn't have called. Yeah, nah, sorry. You could do that could happen somewhere else, but that's not happening here.
Oh,
When her
see, I didn't hear all of that.
right.
So
When
I must have done went off by then.
right. When her son was disrespectful and racist towards me, and she had nothing to say. In fact, she laughed about it. I'm good. Yes, Becky.
Oh, see, I didn't know, and I didn't know that he had been disrespectful to you. I'm
Wait a
sorry.
minute, and I'm not talking about the older child. I'm
The
talking about
50-year-old.
the younger child was disrespectful.
Yeah, he's got a mouth on him. I'm just old country. And
Right.
I tell you what, as my papa would say, if he was next to me, I'd slide his ass across the floor.
I
You
told her she
don't.
needed to send him to me for 2 weeks
Yeah,
because he would go
yes,
back a different child. So
exactly.
while I agree she's in a domestic situation and her husband doesn't believe that she should have a say and he has raised their children to feel exactly the same way.
Yeah.
So nah, I have nothing to say in terms of helping her.
Oh.
Because no,
Well,
not
see,
at
I
all.
didn't know because I had gotten off and went and laid down. I
Right.
didn't know that she had came back on and said all of that. That pisses me off because my heart was bleeding for what I saw last night. But my ex husband, my kids' dad, he was really abusive, and uh, let me get my shit together here. And that just broke my heart what I seen. And
Yeah, no, I get it.
yeah, but I didn't know that she had come back on and said all that. So I'm sorry. I,
Oh
I
no,
did
no,
not
no,
know.
no. You have good intentions. I understand it completely.
That's crazy, and everybody taking up for her.
Yeah, no,
You
not
know,
over here. Sorry.
yeah. If I would have heard or seen any of that, I wouldn't even have come up and asked for her to have a little kindness because I wouldn't have been kind myself. I mean, I don't know. It just brought back a flood of memories, and I'm sorry.
Oh no, honey, and I understand. I've been in a DV situation as well, and we know that it usually takes people 7 times. And in her circumstance, where would she go? What would she do? At this late stage in life. I don't think she's ever going to leave, and I get it. And I also appreciate that people have called and intervened
Yeah.
because his drinking is out of control.
Yeah, well, he just got a DUI, another DUI last month.
Right.
So when
And
he went to
somebody from
jail last
TikTok
night,
had to call because he was driving inebriated and could have unalived someone. It was little
exactly,
bit. And she
exactly.
lost her fiance, if I'm not mistaken, to a drunk driver. So for
Hmm.
her, it was too much. Do you think Becky was thankful because that could have saved her husband's life? No. She was
Mm-mm-mm.
mad.
That's crazy. That's crazy. But like I said, I've been a victim, but I'm a survivor. I'm a damn warrior.
That's right. Me too.
Uh, but I know that fear. I know that fear of if I walk away, how am I going to make it? How am I going to pay my bills on my own? But Becky did make the statement that their home was in her name. So I just kind of wondered if she could get some kind of support or something that maybe she wouldn't let him come back, and she'd be able to stand on her own 2 feet.
Well, you're going to have to go do that somewhere else
Yeah, well,
because
see,
it
I didn't
won't
know
be
she had
here.
made all those statements you just told me afterwards because I didn't, like I said, I laid down.
Right.
So yeah, so no, she won't get no love from me. I'm sorry. I just because he could have killed her last night. I had a friend to die from domestic violence because her old man was drunk.
I'm so
He come to
sorry.
the job site and shot and killed her at work.
Yep. It's bad.
That's the only reason they passed the domestic violence law in my state. It took my friend Kathy dying because they wasn't going to pass that law, but it took her
Yeah.
dying for
It
them
took
to pass
it
it.
took most states a very long time to decide to do it.
Yeah, but it's like I've told a judge before when I was married to my kids' dad. That piece of paper not going to stop no bullet.
Absolutely right.
It's just it it is I can't believe Becky come back on and said it was everybody's fault. No, we wasn't there drunk. We wasn't there cussing her and threatening to hit her. No, so I'm sorry. I
No
just
worries.
that breaks my heart. I figured if people would stand with her, she might take a different road and not let him come back. He's right, those boys. Them boys are just, they think it's okay to treat women like that.
Correct.
And it's horrible. They treat their mother like that. I was raised, you treat your wife like you would treat your mother,
Yeah.
and you be kind to your mother. You love your mother. God only gives you one, and then everybody has a second mom, but you're not going to be mean to her either.
But that he's teaching. What I have said is that I hope that they rectify themselves before they get with a woman that has brothers or cousins or a father who isn't going to stand for it, because you have raised them horribly.
Yeah,
So they will either learn the lesson now, or life will teach them the lesson.
yeah, they'll
And
learn it
that's
the
what's
hard way.
happening to the father now.
Yeah.
Life is teaching him a lesson. Hold on one second. Barry's welcome up.
Hey, I
Okay.
don't want to. This is a very important conversation. I don't want to drop it because I just want you to know, Digital, that Dream Knots is a scam. Go watch the videos. There's two different dads and two different videos. These companies do this. I have two videos about it. They take
Really?
stolen content clips designed to tug at your heart so you will buy their factory made products.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious. I've got two videos up. There are people that come on here, we're going to lose our farm. And then they'll show a clip here and a clip there, but you never see the whole thing. And at the end, they'll show like, oh, well, he started making slippers. They're factory made. People do it with Ozzy Osbourne blankets. They're out there everywhere. I've got one where it's princess glasses, like champagne flutes with real pretty designs on them. Factory made.
Wow.
Now, what group is this?
It's not a group.
It's just different.
I should
She
have
had put up a
known.
video about a little boy who got bullied for crocheting, and those content clips are real, but they're not from this person.
Oh,
It's a company that takes stolen content clips
yeah.
designed to tug at your heart so you will buy their stuff instead of just coming on and being a legitimate business and saying buy our stuff. It's deceptive sales tactics.
Wow.
When she was just talking about the little boy, I actually seen a video on here of a guy talking about his daughter being autistic, making those flowers. So I was just kind of wondering if there was a special school that they
Just
go to that
watch,
was
if you
teaching
watch
kids.
the videos closely, they'll just show like a bunch of different clips. Now,
Yeah,
some of them could be legit. All you got to do is watch.
yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll be more careful. I apologize, guys. I'll be
It's
more
okay.
careful.
You didn't
By the
know. It's
way, I
easy to
didn't.
fall for.
I
It's
really
very
didn't.
convincing,
I
but you
felt
just
bad.
got to
And I was
watch.
looking. What I did do was go to the comments. Because sometimes the comments will tell you. And everybody was like, I got you. I'm going to buy, blah, blah.
Yeah, but see, they delete the comments that say this is a
Yes,
scam. Don't fall for it.
yes, you are right. But sorry, guys, but Joanna's Creations is real. And I believe she came in here.
Oh yeah,
Her and
I
I have
believe she's legit,
spoken.
but
And
she
so
needs to
that's
watch
what
out for
I have to
copyright
do.
infringement.
Right. That's the one I have to I have to speak to them. That will be the rule from now on. I will have to speak to them myself. Not promoting anybody else until, just like I do with the scammers, that is clearly what I'm going to have to do about helping people. Jesus Christ. You try to do
I'm
something right
sorry.
and somebody has to mess it up. I'm not you, honey. Thank you. Thank
No,
you.
I'm just saying. I'm sorry to bring the harbinger of bad news, but yeah, I mean, there's scams on this app everywhere, and YouTube and Instagram. You got to watch out.
Absolutely. 100%.
But yeah, Joanna's Creation is the real deal. But honey, please watch out for copyright infringement and using brand teams.
It's crazy all the scamming that goes on this app. It
Oh,
blows my mind.
Okay, I'm gonna drop and let you get back to the business here.
okay. Barry's, thank you. Because I
You're
wouldn't
welcome.
know. I
Right.
wouldn't
That boy
know.
would never have time to make all that. Exactly. And look at them. They're very professional looking. It's very slick.
Yes. Yes. Here I thought we had a savant. I should have known better. It was late. I'm gonna use that as an excuse. It was late, and my normal this is ship meter wasn't working. Thank you, Gary. Yes, Joanna is here,
Oh,
and we
but
talked about it. So now I got to take that out. I
but
apologize. I apologize, guys. I should have known better. I guess I live and I learn, right?
well, we're all entitled to mistakes. We're
Oh
human
yeah.
beings.
Yeah, it's the allergies, exactly. It's the allergies. And
Uh,
Mr. coming home talking about he thinks he has COVID.
oh
That threw
Lord,
me all the way off.
they just tested my grandson for COVID yesterday. He got up sick as a dog. Oh, he sounds horrible this morning,
But
but he's going to work.
he won't let me test him. Yeah, that's
Oh,
him too. Although he's off today. I was like, let me test you. He was like, no, you're not sticking that up my nose.
my grandson can't stand it either. He's 18 years old and he's a good kid. Works every day, lives on his own, him and his girlfriend.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I raised him. You know, his dad is my youngest son, and when it comes to parents, he got shit out of luck on those. So he's mine. I raised him, and he's a good kid, and I'm really proud of him, considering the parents that he's got. Uh, but I guess I'm kind of biased towards him because I did raise him, and
That's your baby. Why not?
yes, he's my baby. And
Joanne, do you want to come up?
but anyway, I wanted to say I apologize. I did not know Becky come back on and said all that stuff, which makes me very angry.
Honey, you don't
So
have to apologize. Hey, Joanna, you don't have to apologize.
well, you can drop me, sweetie, and y'all
Okay.
thank everyone for listening to me.
Please have a blessed day and hug your grandson from me. I'm glad he's doing the right thing.
I sure will, and thank you.
Thank you.
All right, bye.
I'm so mad. I'm so mad because I had all of those questions in my head, but I thought if he's making them and they're not selling. Oh, and the farm one too. I saw the farm one too. I sure did. I sure did. But you never saw the father and the son together. See, now I'm going to have to be skeptical about it. Like, I was already skeptical about everybody, but I was like, this is a kid. Oh, Lord. Well, that's why we won't be doing a whole live. Sure. Better. Right, Erica. Question and question it again. Let's just put it this way. I won't be making any of them decisions at 12:30 at night. Joanne, are you trying to come up? Jillian, were you trying to come up earlier? Yeah, no, we won't be making any of those decisions late at night. Not saying that I shouldn't have recognized it, but thank you, Candy Kisses. Okay, let's talk about Crawford Land. Mr. Timothy himself, Mr. Beggar himself, who has all of these deep thoughts. People telling him that he should run for office. And yet he is a racist who begs on TikTok for money. Right. That's what I said the other day, Troller. Tim, like, what is it up with Tims and scamming? I have a nephew named Tim. I need to call him and be like, what's up with your people? So I posted on my page a video that he did talking about, what did he call it? Anglo erasure. Anglo erasure. Where? See, what some people believe is that the rise of someone else automatically means the fall of others. That's not the case. Everybody can be recognized. It doesn't require the erasure of someone else. I watch a show. Okay, y'all gonna learn so much about me. I love the Great British Baking Show. The American one hasn't taken off, but it's on Netflix, by the way. If you love cooking shows, this is all about baking, and I have recently got into baking. Got a beautiful stand mixer finally for my B-day, and I love it. I love the show. Oh, you do want a box? Okay, because I kept asking and I wasn't getting a response. So, yeah, I didn't get a KitchenAid. Maybe if I start doing it more often, I'll get that next. I got a dupe that was like, okay, I'm sorry. Good morning, Joanne.
Good morning. I just wanted to let everyone know this new COVID you need to be tested for. My dad is really bad after the fact.
Oh no.
He can't breathe. His whole body is holding liquid fluids, and now they're checking his heart. He's not doing good at all.
I'm so sorry, Joanne.
And it was from
You
the
guys got
COVID.
to understand the way that viruses work is when they come against resistance in a host, it mutates and it mutates and it continues to mutate until it can move. That's why they started to say to us, we have to get used to COVID being here because it continues to mutate until it's able to go through and fight against any resistance in any host. So when they were like, "Oh, we have the first one figured out," I was like,
It's a heart
"July."
attack.
I'm sorry. What did you say?
Yeah, they got pills now that'll help it, but the pills aren't helping some people.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
so
on the road
sorry,
now.
Joanne. Your dad'll be in our prayers. I hope all of the interventions
All right.
that they
Yeah.
take are able to fix it beforehand. Please, guys, don't think
They
COVID is
get
not
tested so you can
gone.
get the shot, the medicine. No, by all means, it's not. They
Right.
just think some medicine will help people. All right, drop me, please.
Thank you. Okay. Yes, it's usually treating the symptoms. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Yes, and if you don't feel well, get tested because what is happening is that somebody doesn't get tested, they go around a bunch of other people, and then everybody has it. And these new virus strains are Each one is worse. Erica, if people could get it, they would. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so I did a video where I played his video and where he was talking about the erasure, the Anglo erasure, I think is what he called it. Okay, so I'm sorry, my head is all over the place right now. So I was explaining that I love the Great Baking Show. Well, I found out there was an Australian and a Canadian version. And those have been successful enough that they have series after series. And that's the kind of thing I can put on and watch for hours. But there was one unique thing that happens that happens at the beginning of Everyone for Australia. They have a little blurb before the show starts that says that we respect the First Nations. So if you don't know, England sent their criminals to Australia way back in the day. There were already people living there. They are considered the First Nations. Them showing respect to the First Nations doesn't erase anything about the Anglos, the Europeans that showed up there. So the idea that you recognize other races, religions, whatever it is in your community doesn't mean that the other is erased. But what he then tried to say was that we were taught the culture, how to dress at church, language. Like, are you kidding me? You think we were still clucking? We had language, we had culture. It was taken. And then we had to do the best that we could with the hand we were dealt. But it is not like we haven't added to this community. So I don't know. And I didn't want the video taken down. I wanted everybody to see it so they would know who we were dealing with. I heard a congressman, this was a while ago, but he said that we should go back to slavery because the slaves were happier than the black people are now. That we were provided housing and food and medical. And so we didn't have anything to worry about. What? That what? So anyway, his video was removed. I don't know if he removed it or if it got reported so much that TikTok removed it, but it is gone. But I want you to know that that wasn't the only video. There are others. And as I explained the last time, there are people who are raised in poverty, for instance, or they're not the top 1%. And what they will say is, at least you're not black. You might not have everything, but at least you're not black. Or at least you're not Hispanic. Or at least you're not Asian. Or at least you're not Native. As a way to make themselves feel better about their circumstances. How are you complaining about us when you can't get up out of the hotel and get a job to take care of you and the woman that lives with you? Or I should say, the almost woman, because she looks like a child. You want to lecture people about what you gave us. What are you giving now? Because you sound like you're on the take. Right. At least I'm not a beggar. Clock that T. She looks hella young. And it is obvious that he is the man in that household. Like, does she even get an opinion? So he has other videos. Don't let you think that taking that one down changes anything, because I have that video and I have others. So you can take them down to try to hide who you really are. I'm going to amplify you every chance I get so that people know that sweet southern voice you use is a bunch of bullshit. It's a bunch of BS. You doing impressions to make money. Yeah, he gets money. Right. Do you know where Elvis got his sound from? He didn't get it listening to the radio in his house. Let's put it that way. Yeah, he gets money. And he gets support for his racist views. Right, Cindy? He got it from jazz, blues, R&B. Country music was started by people of color. And what cracks me up is people were so angry about Beyonce doing a country album, saying that she needs to stay in her lane, when your favorite country artists are from Canada. Echo, stop. Your favorite country artists are Canadian. But she was out of her depth growing up in Houston, Texas. Make that make sense. I know. She was reminding me I have to put drops in my eyes because of my allergies, and so that was that reminder. So she works out sometimes. Yeah, Cowboy Carter it was great. Okay, next. Lord, how we gonna get through everybody in 30 minutes? I've never heard of Swamp Pop before, I'm gonna be honest. Oh, Skyland. Let me tell you what she tried to do yesterday. Yesterday was Tuesday. So Monday night, she had a hotel room. And again, super. Yeah, guys, I changed the photo. Please like the live. Really, Wild Side? Thank you, because she has. I was gonna say that she has people believing that what happened to her just happened. It did not. But she tells the story like it was last week. So She got on. Let me see if I wrote down the time. I didn't. But it was the first scammer of the day. It was early in the morning. So Monday, she was able to get a hotel room from the kind people on TikTok. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 days, 6 hours, I'm sorry, before checkout. 6 hours. So she's in Utah. It was very early morning for me. Somebody blocked that account. Check my private video. You know we don't do those here. Mute and block, please. Any of my mods here? Thank you. So she has a daughter. What? Thank you guys. So let me not look at the comments because I keep getting distracted. So 6 hours before checkout time, she was already begging for another night in the hotel room. But this is what she did. She went outside, sat on the ground under the hotel's awning, like right in front of the room, though. Like, it's not like she went around the corner and down the street. Outside of the door. And kept showing people the weather. Like she was sitting there trying to stay out of the weather. And asking for a hotel room. Somebody go, I know what she wants. But somebody go find out, please, what Medina wants this morning. And you don't have to go in. You can watch from the outside. She's going to tell you. Grand Rising. The mistake she made was at some point she had to go to the bathroom. So she went into the room and came back outside to beg. If you have a hotel room, why are you outside? Well, of course we know why. The name in the ad is always right there. Skyland Love. I always put the name in the ad so that you can go watch them for yourself. You do not have to take my word for it. Thank you, Candy. You don't have to take my word for it. So you had a nerve to go inside your hotel room, use the bathroom, and come back outside to sit on the ground to show people the weather. She even showed us the forecast. Why are you outside? So I was like, wait, you have a hotel room? And somebody else was like, well, then why are you outside? What? Wow. Well, you guys know we're getting ready for Halloween. We know Sheena didn't finish her gift goal, and she's terrified of losing a fragment. She thought that by getting rid of her mods, that she would get 2 fragments right away. It's not working out for you, my dear. And of course, there are people who were like, I stopped watching because of them. But when people told you that they were doing too much, you ignored it. She did feel it last night. Well, now she's going to go for the 2 fragments so she can be in B1. You're going to dress up as a fragment? That would be hilarious. She needs to dress as a fragment. So then Skylin tried to make an excuse. She was like, initially, I came out here to let them go to the bathroom. But I had been in the room since yesterday and I wanted to get out. Excuse me? Who cares about wanting to be outside but also wants a hotel room? Like, people who would prefer to be outside are outside. You have to make it make sense for me. And then last night, she was in a store. I think it was Five Below. It looked a little bit like a Walmart, but based on the comments, I think she was at a Five Below. So she's walking around, picking up things, showing them. Right, Kenna? Yep, and Ross before that? Okay. She's showing things to the camera, and I learned that a woman has her dogs. And another woman was saying, she said that another woman said that if she wrote down a list of the things the dogs needed, she would buy it all. Really, Willow? Wow. And then she tried to say, I'm sorry, I can't keep jumping back and forth because people are going to be confused who I'm talking about. Save Sheena for a minute. Save Sheena for a minute. Y'all start talking to me about somebody else and I try to react, but I forget who I'm talking about. Hey, T-Nuck. Ma'am, you can do everything else but work. Now that I know that there's a place that the dogs can go that you trust, why can't you get a job? Why can't you take care of yourself? Berries, there's actually a calculator on the internet. If you look up TikTok gifts calculator and you put in the coins, it'll tell you how much it is. But 3,000 coins seems like around $30. Yeah, it seems like $30. And she knows her gifts are expensive. She says so. Oh, it's 44? Okay, Granny. Skylin, you have been doing this homeless thing for over a year. You didn't just get left by your boyfriend and he went with his ex-girlfriend. You have been there a long time. You have figured out that you can use your face. She goes and sits at a park's bathroom knowing they're going to kick her out at 10 o'clock. And the time I saw her, she even had the lights off. For what? To make herself look like she was more in need, more desperate. And of course, when people hear about dogs, do they have food? If you're asking for food, the next conclusion is, do you have food for the dogs? And of course, she didn't. So then why do you have two dogs? Why do you have a dog if you cannot afford to take care of it? Now you expect other people to buy everything for the dogs and keep you in a hotel room and feed you. Because we all know if she doesn't already have food stamps, she could go apply for food stamps and Medicaid. But guess what? Utah is probably going to tell her you have 2 months or 3 months and you need to get a job. But the idea that you still had 6 hours in your hotel room and you were already outside begging for another one? Girl, if you were really sleeping outside every day, why would you get out the bed? I'd be like, I'm in the hotel room. Thank you guys. Can I get another night? But no, she's figured out the formula that gets her the most money. And that is to seem like she is outside with nothing. Darlene, when I notice that you are using manipulation tactics to get money out of people, I don't believe shit you say. They all say, I'll look into that. Can you send me that information? That sounds like good. That sounds good. I understand, Joanne. My babies come first. Let me find out I'm running low on food. What? We can eat this ramen. They're going to have cat food. Are you kidding me? Dry and wet. Because I have two cats. She prefers the dry food. He prefers the wet food. Yes, she denies whispers in the background. Could it be that she didn't want to be in the hotel room because somebody else was there sleeping? She likes to say it's the dogs that are making the noise. Dogs don't whisper. For fact, no filter. They are my babies. Are you kidding me? White Sox gets on my nerves, but let something go. Okay, I got a funny story for y'all. I meant to tell you guys this the other day. Let me see if I can find a photo. Okay. This is White Sox and Kira in one of their calmer moments. So the other day, I decide at 3 in the morning that I had a package outside, and I was like, oh, let me go get it. But stupid me didn't have any real clothes on. But I was like, it's right at the door. I could just crack it, put my hand out there and get it, and then come inside. Now, what this doesn't show is his 4 paws that are all white. So that's why his name is White Sox. So I cracked the door. And before I could reach my hand out there, White Sox ran out the door. Now, he never does this. He never goes. I could leave the door wide open and he will come to the door jamb and look out, but he's not going out that door. It's Kira I have to worry about. She likes to run out because she tries to follow her daddy down the stairs all the time. But he wasn't there. He didn't go down the stairs. No, it was just me and my hand. So, of course, I panic. And what do? I open the door all the way. And then I remember I don't have any clothes on for real. So then I go to shut the door. Oh, thank you. And I realize I can't shut the door because then he could run off. So now I'm stuck not knowing what to do. So I leave the door open, run and get Mr.'s house coat, throw it on. Is he back inside yet? No. And now he wasn't where I saw him last. So now I have to go outside all the way. And he has just walked off. And mind you, y'all, I'm having like all the panics in the world. He's gonna run away. Someone's gonna have to find him. They're gonna have to check his chip. And then I see him, and I was like, if you don't get your ass back in this house. And then he comes running back in like, what's the problem? When y'all talk about, oh, White Sox, oh, he's so cute. Listen, White Sox is on one. Listen, he's now talking. He's playing, y'all. Okay? He's playing, y'all. There ain't a sweet bone in his body unless he wants something. Hold on. Good morning. Sam, did you mean to come up? Maybe not. Okay, let's see. Jody, did you want to come up? Right, Berries. He's a tuxedo, and when he's sitting there perfectly, he looks like a good boy. When he purrs, he sounds like a good boy. But I love my babies. I got both of them from the shelter. Hi, buddy. Good
Hello.
morning.
Can I tell you?
Really? I'm sorry. He just knocked the phone off. Go ahead.
Can I tell you a few things about Sheena? Okay, so she ended up taking her
Hold
dog.
on. Hold on. Hold on. So that we don't confuse anybody.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't have to mention her. I could wait till Friday if you want.
No. That's not why I'm saying it.
Oh,
Just so that they know what we're talking about.
oh, she changed her name also.
Oh, okay. Well, I wasn't going to
Okay,
talk about her today, so I
I know.
didn't have her
I
thing
know.
ready. Go ahead.
Okay, so she did go to the doctor yesterday, the vet. Okay, and after that, she came on late, right? She came on late, and she was about her fragments, all right. Well, the doctor, okay, after she got her flying jets, her one fragment, she sat down and she said, okay, well, I'm going to tell you about the vet. The dog is 43 pounds. The doctor said that's the proper weight for the dog, 43 pounds. But I thought huskies were supposed to be like 100 pounds, right? She said the doctor said he's good. We treat his nails got caught. Well, the doctor diagnosed the dog as having the dog when the dog goes in heat, it thinks it's pregnant, right? I guess
Uh-huh.
that's a thing. Well, that's what Journey's going through.
Oh.
So and then but she says the dog's healthy, healthy, healthy. I don't think huskies should be even 60 pounds. They should be a little bit more.
Well, you can see in the comments, people are saying they could be anywhere from 40 to 75 pounds.
Okay.
Especially if it's not a purebred. It will be all over the place in terms of weight. They produce colostrum. Is that what you're trying to say? Yeah, well, but this is the thing. Did she even mention to the dog that the other dog got put down was the same vet, the vet that put the other dog down?
Supposedly, yes. That's what she said. Oh well, that's the vet that put the dog down. But this Maya thing was what 2 months ago, and she's just now taking the dog to the vet. But that's what the doctor said, that it was in because they didn't get Journey fixed yet.
What?
They didn't get her fixed yet. That's why she's going through what she's going through. The
Now that
pre
is bad.
yeah pre. I think the dog Journey's like 2.5 years old. I've had dogs, and I never had a dog go through a fake pregnancy. You know what I mean?
It does happen. That does happen. I know that that happens. But my thing is this, like, why make her go through that if you have no intentions on breeding her?
Right.
But I believe, I listen. I don't put past anything past Gina because you. I don't know if you remember. First, she said she wanted a chocolate lab, and then she said she wanted a husky. I don't
Yeah.
put it past her to try to breed some dogs.
Oh. And it's she did get one fragment, okay, but she begged. Oh my, I have video of it. She begged in the last 30 minutes. Oh, I'm begging. She's walking back and forth and this and that. Oh, if I don't get this fragment, I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna end the live. But yeah, that's what the doctor's assessment was.
Okay, thank you for that because I didn't stick around for that. I had no intention on talking about her today.
Yeah, and she said the bill was, it was cheap. It was only $117.
Well, that is cheap to her because of how much money she's getting on a weekly basis.
She made 183 2 days ago, and she made 83 yesterday. And today she was on. Oh, I only made $10. That's all I made. You look at her.
What?
Yeah. Oh, I only
Maybe
made.
in that live she only made $10.
Yep, in the live. But she made because they gave. I mean, she was begging. But that's not what I want to say. I wanted to update you about the dog.
Thank you.
But
I
she
appreciate it.
should have got the dog fixed a long time ago.
Absolutely
It wouldn't have. Yeah.
110%.
And it's going. Of course, it's going through depression. But she was saying if the doctor said if it doesn't clear up, she's going to give the dog some medicine or something like that. He's going to give the dog some medicine. I don't know.
Wow.
All right. All right. I'm going to
Thank
drop.
you.
All
Okay,
right. Bye
thank
bye.
you. Yes, I
I'll see you in
did.
the comments. Bye
Okay,
bye.
I did see where she admitted to sending someone money for the flying jet so that she could get him to keep her pregnant. But she said she'll never do that again. No, what she's going to do is beg and beg and beg and beg and beg to get him. Does she think coming on at 11 o'clock at night that we're not on at 11 o'clock at night? It costs you 3 grand. Yes, unless you are a breeder, and I would prefer for you to be a professional one. Get your dogs and cats spayed and neutered. Like, what are you doing it for? Purple and Chrissy, do you want to come up? Are you asking for a box or was it a mistake? Yeah, adopt, don't shop. That's true too. But I know some people that have certain allergies that can only have certain breeds. I get it. You breed Rottweilers? I dated someone that had twins. They were amazing dogs. Like, yeah, go ahead and get it. What is she waiting for? She's had the money 50,000 times over. Oh, okay, Purple, no problem. I'm realizing that. I'm realizing that a lot of people, she did lose her two main mods. And now she is blaming everything on them. Oh, I was acting this way because of them. You told them to motivate you to get up and go live all day. And now it was their fault? You told your chat that your husband asked you to have a schedule, and then you said you don't. First, you said you're going to listen because he's your partner and it's 50-50. And then you turned around and said, but I don't like sticking to a schedule. That's why I don't have a real job. But that you do this so that you can bring money into your family. But you do realize that you bringing money into your family is taking money out of other people's family, right? You do realize that not having a schedule means that your throwers have to be available for you 24 hours a day just in case you get on. And now she's like, and I'm going to get new people, and new people are going to send. For what? Send for what? No, comments can't be pinned, football head. What did you say? Yeah, she did say that she's paid to get her gift gallery. Her payout today was $700. $700. And we already know she has a bad relationship with paying taxes, so let's hope she is. By the way, for people who took those PPP loans or lied about that unemployment, they are not done. Even though that was 2020, they are still coming for you. Football head, I agree. They were just as bad, which is why they were a perfect match in heaven. But now she's trying to blame everything that was bad about her on them. Oh, I can't wait for the fallout. I'm here for it all. They did. They got in trouble for taking a PPP loan. Listen, free money is never free. Sure, football head, you can come up. Hey, MLA. I just invited you up.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
So those two mods, I've had a relationship with them when they left her the first time, and they are not good people. So Christy is very controlling, very bossy. So I don't trust her. Just
Oh,
letting you
me
all
neither.
know.
I don't trust
And I
anybody that would mod for her.
and I
And
don't believe they haven't left her. One of them.
which one, Armani?
Yep.
You think she's there under another account? Well, she can't be in. Well, she can. If she has two devices, she can be live with Christy because Christy is dating Armani's son.
That's in jail.
Really?
He's in jail.
That's hilarious.
So just wanted to put you out there because I've dealt with those two. I trusted those two, and Toxic and I were kicked in the teeth by those two. So just be careful if you guys go in there and ever think that she's going to be friends with you.
Let me say this. I said it the other day. I'm going to say it again. Never bet on a scammer, a mod, or an enabler until they have proven to you that they are out. Never.
Because
And
I
I
think they'll
feel
be back
like
by the end of the month.
Christy made herself the main mod because she wanted to do exactly what she's doing now, which is being able to go live on her own and battle.
Yep. So did everybody see her the other night when she had been drinking?
Who, Christy?
Yes.
When she was in Sheena's live or her own? Because I was there
No.
when she was in Sheena's live drunk.
Well, that's the true Christy. Just letting you all know. The way she was talking, the way she was yelling, the way the F word was flying, that's the true Christy.
Oh, yeah. Okay, MLA. Which account?
I,
Expose or the regular one?
I just had to get up and say something because They're not good people.
I agree with you 100%.
Okay, hon. I'll drop down. Thank you.
Thank you for coming up. I appreciate it. I
Hmm.
agree with her 100%. For you to mod for Sherry, for you to do all the things that you did, all of the lying for her, all of the begging for her, um, how can you consider yourself a good person? Sheena, why do I do that every time? I'm sorry, Sherry. I have a mental block. I don't know why I do that. That's why I don't want to talk about her. Forget Sheena. Let's go back to the two people that are actually on the list. I don't know why I have that mental block. I really don't. I need some sleep. So, Medina, you are up. Did anybody find out what she was asking for this morning? Yeah, like Governors of Valor, exactly. So y'all know that I'm not doing it on purpose. I get a mental block, and that's all I can remember. For the room, of course, her half of the room, right? So Medina is now getting on the morning asking for the room, getting on later asking for food, and if they happen to need anything else, she comes to the chat. Essie, did you mean to come up or were you just tapping? So last night, what was it? She needed $7 more to get a phone charger. Now, when she left because she said that her phone was going to die. So where is she live now? Because when she left, she didn't have the $7. Harley, that was hilarious. Yes, tapping is clapping. Ma'am. And again, have we heard anything about a job lately? Nope. You saw someone else come in here and say she had a job for 2 days. Why is it anybody else's responsibility to house her and feed her? She is able bodied. She does everything else. She does everything else, but can't get a job or keep it. And why should she? All of her needs are met by strangers on the internet. And then apparently her family isn't supportive. There could be a million reasons why. But she claims she wrote her family and was like, why can't you ever help me? And then I guess she has a sibling that has a bunch of kids. And she's like, oh, I guess I needed to have a bunch of kids to help me. Girl, you are in your mid-30s. You are in your mid-30s. And you are still expecting to get treated like a child. I think so too, Lori. Cindy, I actually wrote that to Joanna. And I said, she doesn't want to leave Claudia alone because Claudia might talk to another stud on the internet and leave her. But she's the one who has cheated on Claudia multiple times. So, of course, Claudia doesn't want her out of her sight because she's actually stepped out. Now, I don't know if Claudia has ever, but Medina never says to her, well, you stepped out too. So, who stepped out? Anybody, any stud looking person, Medina makes Claudia block. Every single one. She'll be like, don't talk to that person, block them. Why? Because you're afraid she'll meet somebody who can provide for her better than you can? Or provide for her at all so her mother doesn't have to? And let's remember, Claudia's 25. For lots of parents, that's still a child. She's an adult, yes. But a lot of people are like, you can still make mistakes in your 20s and then make something of your life. Oh, your buddy is purring again. Let me see. Can y'all hear it? Anyway, this is better than TV. I didn't mean it to be, y'all. Today just happened as today happened. So, Medina, as long as you are online and you are begging and you're not doing anything to better your situation, the grid will always be open for you. It will always be open. And you can lie and say that I'm bullying you. You can lie and say that I'm lying. But tell me where I'm lying. I just ask you to do that. Yes, White Sox snores too. I think I told you the story. I thought my neighbors was getting it in, and I was like, dang. No, it was White Sox snoring on the pillow behind me on his daddy's side. I was like, here I am giggling, like, okay, look at them getting. I ain't never heard them get it in before because it wasn't them. It was White Sox snoring. I ain't never heard a cat snore this loud. Or maybe my mind is just in the gutter. Who knows? And I would be remiss not to talk about this one. I don't watch her all the time because she's really wash, rinse, and repeat. The question is just, what is the thing? What is the event? What is the food? But it's always something. And she always has a list. But yesterday pissed me off a little bit because, okay, you wanted sneakers or shoes. You kept calling it shoes. And she did show that her sneakers had a hole in it. But she gets a social security check. She has two bills. What is it? Her cell phone and her internet. And she pays very minimally for her rent. And she also gets food stamps. So it's not like she has to turn around and use the rest of the check for food. Why, if you need sneakers or shoes or whatever you call them, and they're $50, why can't you buy them for yourself? Why is every expense somebody else's responsibility? Everyone. Not just, okay, guys, I got to get specialized shoes. They're $150. I have 100 of it. Can you help with 50? No. It's my shoes are $50 and I'm going to stand in line and beg until I get it. But then she was like, while she's at the shoe store, and I'm going to need dinner. And it was something else between dinner and the movies. Why y'all just paid for her to go to what? 3 events in a row? Out of town? And now that she done wore through them shoes on all her trips, You need to buy her shoes, dinner. It was something in between, and the movies. And that's all before she got home. There's no telling when she got home what she was going to want, but we know that list is always moving. Raffle tickets. And there you go. That's what it was. It was raffle tickets. Thank you for reminding me. Absolutely. I'm not surprised. She does that a lot. Where she wants to eat at night. And of course, it has to be delivered. So she calls it. She still need Uber money to get to the phone store today. Yeah, because I heard somebody bought her an iPhone 17. Is that part true? Or is she going to get it free as a part of her plan? Yeah, chill. She's... Yeah, go ahead, call. And she was like, Bow Wow just said that because he was mad, and I could understand that. But we're locked in. We're like family, girl. They only tolerate you. Oh, it's not a 17? Okay. That's what I heard somebody say. Or I should say, I read somebody said that. Yeah, somebody supposedly bought her a new phone, and she has to go to the phone store and get it and switch her service over to the new phone. That's why she needs to get there. You think she buying it for herself when all she has to do is say, I need, I need, I need? Listen, it's a trade-in. Okay, that's what I thought. Because I was like, really? Well, that's what I have for today. I've gone through the 9. I don't think
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Yo, y'all must think that my house is insane. Because it's always something. She is never minding her business. But they say she doesn't listen. They listen to everything. I didn't do Black God today. I'm sorry. Now, neighbors is outside arguing. Of course, the government is listening. No, chill. I've done all that I'm going to do.
From your calendar, cancel Fabulous app. Starts in 15 minutes.
I got to get her out of my calendar. I got to get her out of my calendar. I thought, you know what? Let her remind me, just in case I'm not looking. I actually have a reminder 3 times a day. Wait, what does it say? It says no effing excuses. And she says that to me 3 times a day. I was using it as a motivational tool, and now she says it to me 3 times a day. But they bleep the word out. So it's like, no, boop, excuses. I gotta get her out of my calendar. Because I put everything in my calendar. Every reminder, every appointment. If there's a television show I want to watch, I put it in my calendar. So she's always talking. Anyway, guys, today has been a roller coaster of a ride. I appreciate you all for being here. I do not think there's going to be a live on Friday because getting ready for Saturday is going to take a lot of time. I hope you guys have been sending your information to the mods. Mods, we will get together today, or you can put a list together and email it to me. I appreciate you guys more. Well, it'll be posted. It'll be posted on YouTube, just like today will. I think I need to edit some stuff out today, though, because today's been wild. I'm definitely going to take the stuff out about the little boy, at least my part of it. I'm going to leave Barry's part in, because people, again, I hate all scamming. That pissed me off. Don't edit out the good stuff. I appreciate you guys. Do me a favor. Hug your loved ones, because tomorrow is not promised. If there's somebody you've been mad with for a really long time because they did something, guess what? Forgive them. And the forgiveness isn't for them, it's for yourself. It is so that you can get past it, not them. You forgiving does not absolve them of the responsibility of what they've done. It is your way to be able to release it. Otherwise, every time you think about it, you're going to get just as mad. But if you can remind yourself, you know what? I forgave them, it's over. You can move past it a little bit each day. Your forgiveness doesn't require the other person to do anything. The forgiveness is for you, not for them. And please, 1 minute of self-care, if that's all you can manage. The goal is 15 minutes. Correct, Pink Panther. Forgiveness is for your peace. 100%. If you can't do 15, do 10. If you can't do 10, do 5. And if your life is that chaotic, and some people's lives are, 1 minute of quiet is all you need. And if you can't get quiet, play something, whether it's the music you like, whether it's elevator music, whether it's chimes being played, whatever. Do something for yourself every day, because when you are whole, you are able to overflow in your love and your giving for the people who deserve it. It is incredibly important. Meow, I have never thought that was something I could do, because I don't like my own voice, but clearly it's working. Right, light a candle, turn the lights off, play some soft music, and just breathe. Absolutely. And if you don't have a candle, spray some air freshener or some perfume in the air. Anything. You can make self-care for a minute out of anything. It is simply about you just saying to yourself, I'm giving myself this moment. I'm giving it to myself. So I appreciate you being with me. Plan on there not being a live on Friday unless something good happens. And when I mean good, it's actually bad, right? Yeah, Dr. Teals. I appreciate you guys. I love you. You guys are my motivation to keep going, even when I'm sick of it. When I don't want to hear another beg. I'm like, no, girl, you got to get up and talk about this in the morning. So let's get to it. Let's open this book. Again, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Nothing is going to stop this unless we stop it ourselves. I appreciate everybody who's streaming so that other people can watch. I appreciate all your comments. I appreciate all your corrections. It makes this platform better when you guys engage. Otherwise, I'm just talking to myself. So thank you, thank you, thank you. If I don't see you on the streets and I don't see you on Friday, I will be live Saturday night at 8 p.m. And I want y'all to know that there's UFC that night. So forgive me if I get distracted. But this is more important. I can watch that later. I love you all. Oh, we got a song. What is it? Echo. Play Britney Spears' Oops, I Did It Again. And that's not
Here's
because
Oops,
of
I Did It
today.
Again by Britney Spears on Amazon Music.